case you haven't guessed it from the title, is just a ramble video talking about what not to do if you're going through a breakup. You've just come out of a relationship. The things not to do, because I think this helps when you're in that stage where you just can't trust your own thought process. So we're going to be going through, I think, about 6 things that are absolute, just like no's, do not do. So straight in, first one, which I think is a strong one: do not stalk their social media. Do not check any of their social media, whether that is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, any of it. Stay away from it, because you're not going to see anything that is going to make you feel better. So for instance, you could go onto his Instagram and there'll be a picture there of it. Well, it will go one of 2 ways. Say that you can go on and you will see something that very clearly tells you they've moved on. He'll post a new picture with his new partner and hashtagged it the love of his life. It's a bit extreme, but there'll be something obvious like that and it will hurt you. Or there'll be nothing like that at all, but there might be a post on there and he's posted a picture of his cat, and a new girl will have written underneath it, "Oh, cute cat, cute picture," and you've never seen that name before. You'll then be checking her Facebook, her Instagram, finding her TikTok, see if he's in any of the videos, seeing if any of the photos are taken in his bedroom with the wallpaper in the background, or seeing if she's friends with his mom, or you know how it goes. And you will convince yourself of something that is going to again upset you. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, and it's not. One, it won't change anything, and 2, it's going to do nothing but hurt you. So stay away from his social media, but that doesn't mean you need to block him. You don't need to go through all of the accounts and start blocking him and his family and whatever. You don't need to do that. You just need to stay away. Stay away from it. So that includes not commenting on anything, obviously, and not liking anything. Just stay away from the social media. So the second thing, number 2, that I would say is stop romanticizing him and the situation, or her, depending, but stop romanticizing them. So I think when we go through a breakup and after the initial sort of sad period, we like, or anger if you've had an argument, but that initial feeling, we can start kind of romanticizing them and looking at only the good things about them. So, oh, he did this, and it was so sweet when he did this, oh, he was so good at doing this, and oh, he always made sure he got me this, or all the things that you liked about them. You focus on them and you put them on kind of this pedestal, and that's just, not only is it not helpful, but it's wrong. It's wrong, because there will have been things, there will have been issues there. So what did he do that wasn't great? What were the things that they were doing that made you unhappy? Look at them too, because nobody's perfect, and you certainly shouldn't be putting anybody on this pedestal that puts them above your self-worth and your value, because you are just, if not more, valuable, especially to yourself. Like, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't value yourself, then who is going to? You know you better than anybody else, and you have to value you, and you have to see your self-worth. So if you are sat here and you're putting somebody on this pedestal and putting them above your value, then you're your own worst enemy. So stop romanticizing them. Stop thinking about all the amazing things they did and think about all the times they hurt you or made you feel sad or where you just didn't connect properly. Look for the reasons why it could have ended and see what things were valid there. Validate the mistakes that were made, you know. Third thing is, yeah, this is a little bit like the social media thing, but more to do with your social media. So when I said don't check their social media, that's great, but also check what you're putting on your social media. So don't go down the route of you see quite a lot when you go on social media and people have put these they won't have necessarily wrote the status, but they will have just shared like quotes from things like a strong independent woman, like hot girl summer, like, you know, just things that are saying I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm wilding out this summer, that kind of stuff. They kind of over push how happy you are. If you're feeling happy, that's great, but don't try and over push that. And or equally, if you're feeling really sad, which you probably are, don't start sharing these quotes. You get like these poems and things that are sort of, I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head and I can't, but I think you will know what I mean, where they're sort of sharing there's just no true love in the world anymore, and you can't find valuable people, and I'm gonna stay single forever because there's no good relationships out there, you know, that kind of stuff. Don't share that on your social media, because we both know if you're scrolling through social media and you see those quotes, the first thing you think is, oh, who are they mad at? Oh, they've had an argument. Going to check if they broke up or something, because that's the first thing that you think. So, yeah, don't share that, because even if you're not saying their name, if they're still on your social media or you have friends in common, everybody knows who you're talking about and they will know that you're talking about them. And if it was a bad breakup, why give them the satisfaction of that? Yeah, so I think I touched on that as well, both ways. Don't share the sad quotes, but you also don't need to be overhyping how happy you are. So if you would normally go out with your friends 2-3 times a week and post a picture, great, but if you don't normally do that, or it's not normally in your character, posting sort of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night in the pub and in the bar, and you're drunk and you're like tagging all your friends in it and saying what a great time you had, and you met this guy, you met that guy, and it starts to look a little bit like you're doing it for them. So have a great time, definitely go and have a great time, but be conscious that you're doing it for yourself and not just to put on social media so that they see it, because I think that stops you moving on as well, because what you're doing to move on is essentially not helping you move on if you're only doing it to catch their attention, you know. So just be conscious of why you're doing the things that you do. What else is there? Oh yeah, so no accidental run-ins to them. So don't decide that you suddenly need a Chinese from the Chinese that happens to be directly across from the football ground that he's training at between 7 and 9, and you conveniently decide that you need a Chinese at 5 to 9, and it just happens to be when they'll all be coming out of their football Or if you know him and his friends go drinking in a certain bar on a Friday night, don't go drinking out of your way in that bar on the Friday night and pretend like you just ran into them, because everybody sees through that, especially them. Don't go out of your way to do these accidental run-ins, because one, what if you run in with them and you see something you don't want to see, or something you're not ready to see, because you will see it in the end eventually. But why set yourself back and potentially see something that is going to make you feel worse? And in a better scenario, maybe they are just with all their friends, great. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation where they've made it clear that they don't want to see you, and you're just basing that rejection again? Remember your self-worth. I think it comes down to that a lot. Remember your self-worth. Remember that you matter as well. If somebody is saying to you, I don't want to be with you, or this relationship is over, what they're essentially saying to you is that I don't really see value in you enough to spend my time any longer with you. I don't see you being valuable to me in that way. And if somebody is saying that to you, then you need to see for yourself, well, that's a loss on your part, and have enough confidence and recognize your value enough for yourself to know that that's their loss, because you are worth that. You are worth spending time and effort on. And I think when we spend time with people, when we've been in a relationship, or we spent a significant amount of time with somebody, when they turn around and say to us, this is over, I essentially don't want to be with you anymore, we take that as a big knock, because we think, well, they know us, and if they don't want to spend time with us, that must mean that I'm not valuable, they must be right. But I think we need to concentrate on turning that round in your own head. You don't waste time trying to prove to somebody else that you are worth it. No, let them believe that you're not worth it, that's fine. And let somebody new in time, not straight away. Don't do that. That's another don't do. Yeah, so don't let somebody else tell you your value. Don't. If you allow somebody else and you put your value on someone else's opinion, you allow somebody else to tell you whether you're worth this or whether you're valuable, then you are forever on a cliff edge. Because at any point that they turn around and tell you you don't matter, you're going to believe that. You need to have enough confidence in yourself and enough self-belief that you know that you are valuable and you can contribute to somebody's happiness. And if they don't want to see that, then that is their loss, and that is ultimately what you have got to start seeing. And if you're not at that point and you don't see that in yourself, then focus less on what that person's doing. Say thank you for your time, thank you for the experience, move on, and put all the energy into working on the things that make you doubt yourself. I'd say that use the extra time you have now to work on the things that make you feel good about yourself, and that can be anything. That varies so much from person to person. If you have a passion for art, great, start now. Why aren't you starting now? Why aren't you putting time into that? If you have a thing for fitness, you love fitness, put your time into that. Put your time into something that makes you feel good, whatever that is. Because you really don't need to rely on another person to make you feel good. You should do it for yourself. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. mention the last thing? Did I mention? I think this goes without saying, but I feel like I should mention it as well. Do not contact them. Do not contact them. Don't drunk dial them. Don't send them an essay about how you feel, and because it just doesn't matter. If they've left and they've broken up with you and they're gone, that's a sign that they're not your person. So no messages, no contact. Don't call them, don't text them, don't tag them in a cute video because it reminded you of them. Don't send them messages saying, oh, I think I left that t-shirt from 10 years ago that has moth holes all in it at your house. Can I come by and collect it? Like, don't find excuses to contact them. Just leave them be and focus on yourself. Put your time into you. Put your energy into you and finding what makes you feel good. Yeah, I think that's everything. Should I do a separate video on what to do if you want to get them back, as opposed